All right, movie lovers, TV lovers, and award show lovers alike, we are right here on the red carpet for the 22nd Annual Screen Actors Guild Award at the Shrine Auditorium in Hollywood, California. Y'all stay tuned. We're going to have all the favorite people from the world of TV and film right here on this red carpet. Y'all just keep it locked right here to Black Tree TV.
Eva, one for the fashion cam right here. Eva. Eva, the front of the dress, please, the front.
22nd Annual Screen Actors Guild Award.
Yes.
And I'm here with the beautiful Miss Destiny Graham. So let's talk about some of these cast members we're going to see. And the Screen Actors Guild is big for Ensemble Cast Awards. So we got TV and film.
Yeah.
Who are we expected to see on the carpet? Who are the nominees? Let's talk about TV first.
Everyone who matters. Like we have the cast of Game of Thrones, Downton Abbey, Modern Family. Who else is there for TV? Modern Family.
Orange is New Black.
Orange is New Black, Homeland, like all my favorite shows in one. I can't even decide who would be the best. Like they're all so different but so amazing. Like how can you compete with Game of Thrones and Modern Family? They're both equally amazing in different
Orange
ways.
is New Black is going for a second year. They won last year, and they were first to win as a Netflix show. And now in film, we have Beast of No Nation, the first of its kind, a Netflix movie that has an ensemble cast nomination, which is pretty big itself.
Yeah, Idris Elba's having a huge year with that. He's like totally transformed that whole character.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different people in a lot of different roles that really have a great chance.
Yeah, and on the movie side, oh my gosh, Straight Outta Compton may finally get its shine right here with this guild of voting members, along with other great like The Big Short. Who else we have? Trumbo.
Trumbo, that was a big one.
Spotlight.
Yeah, Spotlight was amazing. Gosh,
it's
so many.
I mean, when you look at The Big Short, I mean, you got so many great cast members like Steve Carell, and Christian Bale, and Ryan Gosling. I mean, like, you know, the amount of people that's on this, that might be on that stage getting that award. I mean, it's going to be a lot of actor.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of surprises tonight, I think. A lot of surprises, a lot of fan favorites that, you know, will just stand out. A lot of, you know, obvious ones, but it's an exciting night.
So let's make it fair. I'm going to pick my best ensemble movie. You're going to pick the best TV, and let's see if we get it right for the fans.
Okay.
So when the big announcement comes, who's going to win TV ensemble?
I think Game of Thrones. It's just... they're just next level. Like it's hard to even call that show a TV show. It feels like a movie, but then I'm like torn. I'm torn, but I'm gonna go with Game of Thrones. That's my prediction.
Well, the easy favorite on this has to be The Big Short. I mean, it's just such a great cast, but when you really look at the performances and the voting members has been watching TV all this week, and I think they really gave Straight Outta Compton a second look. And when you look at Eric Mitchell, I mean, he might be the best supporting actor this whole year. I mean, he didn't get nominated in any categories, but I think when people really took a look at that, this may be the year, and this might be Straight Outta Compton's time to get up on that stage and get their just due.
Oh, you will hear the screams.
You will hear the screams across Twitter.
The screams from Black Tree TV. Straight Outta Compton. I'm gonna start just.
You gonna do that? All right. So y'all stay tuned. We're gonna talk about more right here from the red carpet of the Screen Actors Guild Awards.
Stay tuned. Hi.
Hey.
Nice to meet you, Destiny Graham.
Destiny, how are you doing, Jason?
Nice to meet you. You're very popular on this carpet today.
I'm having fun.
Yeah, you having a good time?
I'm having a very good time. I'm looking forward to getting in there and you know, meeting some folks that I haven't met before. It's a family of actors coming together and having a house party.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Very nice. Are there any more actors in your family?
Yeah, actually, my younger brother, Jarvis George, is a very fine actor. Shh, don't tell anybody, but he's actually maybe better an actor than I am.
Okay, so you just had to let him know, just a little competition in the family. It's always safe, right?
It's out there. He is a very fine actor, but, you know, I'm here tonight, so I don't know where. No, I'm just playing.
Now, how has it been on the carpet? Like, is this whole experience for you?
Oh, the carpet's always fun because, you know, everybody's out here and it's absolute and utter chaos. It's not that hot, but it's not like it's cold either. It's actually a little warm under here because we got the lights.
LA cold.
It's LA cold, which, you know, once you move to LA, it doesn't matter where you come from. You can come from like the frozen tundra of you know, Greenland. Once you get here, a year here, you lose the skin. Next thing you know, it's 60 degrees and you're freezing. You know. So yeah, it's LA cold, but it's chaos on the carpet, but it's a good time. It's a good time.
Now, you are on Grey's Anatomy. Yes. Now, do people assume that you know what you're doing? Like, do they assume, like, if someone's dying or choking in a restaurant, can you save them?
Yeah, people, every once in a while, people say, most people get it. Most people know that, you know, I'm Jason George. I play Ben Warren. I'm not actually a surgeon. But every once in a while, people start asking for advice. You'd be like, well, I only play I'm only play a doctor on TV. They go, oh, yeah, I know. But seriously, though, the thing keeps bothering me, and I'm like, I just told you, I have no idea what I'm doing. Yeah. So once, if they keep going, then I'll operate. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, let's just open. You know,
did you pick anything up along the way? Did you learn any actual tips?
You learn some little things. You learn how the body's put together, and then, you know, and you start to realize some things about what the human body can do and can recover from. But yeah, the reality is, I would be a horrible doctor.
Hi, nice to meet you. Hi. You are popular on this carpet.
I have fun on the carpet.
You do.
I have fun on the carpet. No fucks given here. So I'm having a good time. Ever. I think everyone knows that about me.
You and your cast are like scattered all over this carpet right now. Your cast is so big, and you guys are just like little pieces.
I know, it's crazy, right? It's crazy. I know, and then I just ran into Jesse Tyler Ferguson's my best friend, so when I run into, so when we run into each other on the carpets, we got to get pictures and we got to hang out, and yeah, he's going to be my best man at my wedding.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
yeah. Oh, yeah, we're very excited.
Hollywood.
Yeah, I mean, it just kind of happened that way. We both happen to be on shows that people like.
Did you both come up together?
Yeah, I'm much older than Jesse. Jesse played my boyfriend in the first Broadway revival of On the Town in 1997. Yes, that's how long we know each other. And from that point forward, we were cast a lot in New York theater. And then he went on into Modern Family, and then a few years later, out came Orange. So it's just
amazing. And then Orange is just insane right now.
Everywhere.
How does it feel? Like, I've been talking to like people in your cast, and you guys are just like all obsessed with each other. Is it like that for real?
We're completely obsessed with each other. We hang out together. We party together. You know, let me be clear. I was on One Life to Live for almost a decade. We never went out. I mean, of course, it's a much harder job. Soap operas, you work early to late. You know, you got to get to bed soon. But no, you never went, let's go hang out. We don't care how long we're working. We always like going out for a drink after. We're going out for a drink after. Want to go get dinner? We go get dinner. You know, sometimes it's 10 of us, sometimes it's 4 of us. But wherever we go, we cause a scene. I mean, I'm warning the restaurants and the bars of LA. Orange is the new black is here. Good luck.
Hammer down the window, hammer down the chair. Now, I heard a rumor that you have to still pay for your Netflix. For the love of God.
Netflix, come on. I'm calling you out. I still have to pay for my Netflix.
Has she not done enough for you yet? You need to get that in your contract next time. That's number one.
For it.
You saved that $7.99 of yours.
Well, speak of the devil. Look at her. Look how beautiful she looks.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
She's been so amazing on the show as well. This show has just been really like brought out some amazing actors and actresses in this show.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
So nice meeting you.
Lovely to meet
Have
you
a great
too.
night.
Thank you.
Yeah, there we go. Very lovely, lovely. Merci. One thing.
You're pretty.
Oh my gosh, I am obsessed with you. I'm totally obsessed with you. Shameless, I've been waiting. It's like there's been a countdown. of my life waiting for you guys. You are so great on this show.
It's pretty outrageous, isn't it?
It is outrageous.
I'm a lucky guy.
You are. Now, this season, it seems like you're trying to get your shit together again, but it's like you're obsessed with this woman and she changed your life and now you're roaming the cancer wards. How do you guys come up with this?
I think a lot of the writers are very talented people who need therapy, is what I think. What's interesting about the season is that we know a little bit about where it's going to go, but not completely. So when we read the scripts each week as they come in, we're almost as surprised as the audience. And in the first 1 or 2 episodes, I thought, well, there's some scam here that he's loving his family so much. And by the third one, I, like the audience, went, whoa, this is real. And I think Frank has had so many brushes with death and falling in love, real honest-to-God love, and losing that woman. I think he actually loves his family, and he's starting to think about the future.
And so there's hope for him.
There's always
hope for sobriety ever?
There's always hope, but I hope he doesn't get straight. Come
That
on.
would be so boring.
For both of us.
Hey guys, I'm Destiny Graham.
And I'm JALEESA LASHAY.
And we are going to be talking a little bit of fashion on the red carpet. So we haven't really seen anyone come on yet, but we're kind of going to do a little bit of predictions tonight. I'm thinking there's going to be a lot of old Hollywood glam going on.
Yes, yes. That's definitely the theme for this year, the 22nd Annual SAG Awards. So we're right here looking. I'm also seeing a lot of like black, dark tones, navy, off the shoulder. A lot of stuff that I'm really liking right now.
Very sexy. There's a lot of like tight, sexy, boom, you know.
Classy.
Yeah.
Glamorous look. So who are you looking forward to seeing?
You know what? Like, I love classic. Like, I love, you know, if you look at a picture and you look at the red carpet 10 years from now, I feel like Cate Blanchett always is a banger. Like, she's classic and timeless.
Yeah.
So I feel like she just knows what she's doing. She always looks clean, nothing too trendy, just beautiful. Usually a pop of color. I think last year she wore bright yellow.
Yeah, of course.
So I think, you know, I'm excited to see her, but Brie Larson looked great at the Golden Globes.
Yes. Oh, she looked amazing. I like a lot of like spicy, a lot of fire. So I'm looking forward to my Latin sister, Sofia Vergara.
Oh, yes. She'll never disappoint.
Love Modern Family. They're nominated, but I'm really looking forward to seeing what she wears tonight because I know she's going to bring kind of that sexiness, but with just the perfect kind of class.
Yeah, you are not the only one in line waiting to see her walk down the street. There is a line of men and women waiting to see what she's going to be wearing.
Well, speaking of the men, let's think, what's some men that we're interested to see?
They always get a bad rap. It's like they never get enough attention. It's so hard to do a tuxedo right, but when you do it right, I feel like Idris Elba.
Yes.
Like,
him in anything, though.
Yes. Yeah, garbage bag is totally fine as well.
We'd love to see you like that. No, but definitely in the tux. I'm interested in seeing the Straight Outta Compton class. So, you know, dressed up, tuxedo. They've been looking good going out. I want to see kind of what they bring.
Yeah, they always add a little swag to the situation.
Yes. So we're looking forward to the swag, the class, all of that.
Yes. Let us know. Hit us on Twitter. Let us know what you guys are thinking about. And, you know, stay tuned. You're watching Black Tree TV at the SAGs.
Yes, we've got you covered.
Thank you.
baby. One in your heart. $200 million in the box office. $200 million?
What's up, bro? Looking clean. All right, we got O'Shea Jackson here, straight out of Compton. Well, we got the whole group, man. We just so glad to see you on this carpet today. What does it mean after all the controversy and everything, just to see y'all recognized here on this carpet and see the movie do so well? We got Neil, Jason, Corey, Aldis Hodge, the whole crew.
Ronnie, Bobby, Mike.
You look stunning.
Oh, well, you know, it's a beautiful thing to be recognized by your fellow actors. You know, it's a different type of award. It's like if the players voted for MVP, you know. So, you know, we're enjoying this moment, and we're celebrating straight out of Compton with those who want to celebrate it.
That's right, what he said. I didn't hear everything, but yes, exactly what he said. I stick with my brother.
How does it feel like? Maybe it didn't get all the nominations, but it did $200 million in the box office. How does that make you feel as an actor to be a part of a project that's
It's an amazing feeling, man. I do movies to affect people, good, bad, or indifferent. I just want them to be affected. And the fact that so many people went out to see it, the fact that so many people are talking about it in the realm of diversity, in the realm of Oscar, in the realm of the SAG Awards, it's just all icing on the cake, man. It's just all a very humbling experience. I'm very excited.
Oh my God, I cut it all off today. It was like really long. I just cut it all off.
It looks great. I love it. It's sexy.
Thank you. So you look beautiful. I want to talk to you a little bit about your fashion style. I mean, we clearly, guys, I'm with Vicky from Orange is the New Black. You clearly are not this dolled up on Orange is the New Black. So tell me a little bit about where you get kind of your fashion style.
Well, I was really inspired by Paris. I'm actually wearing Emmanuel Longoria. And the jewelries I'm wearing are in our jewelries by the Diamond District in New York City. So I just wanted something chic, laid back, comfortable at the same time. I'm wearing Stuart Weitzman shoes. I just wanted to keep it classic.
It's beautiful, and I love it. Very, very classic, timeless look. So, I mean, Orange is the New Black is getting so much recognition.
It is.
How crazy!
It's a good crazy. It's fantastic. It never gets old.
Yes. Is it pressure on the set now? Is it like, are you guys all Hollywood now?
No, I mean the chemistry between all of us and the fact that we're having fun. I think we're just having fun. We're a huge family, and I think people love that energy. So we're just still doing the same thing.
So I had a chance to speak with Leah yesterday. She wouldn't give me no scoop on the new season.
Well, I'm
so what can you tell us about?
You know what? Season 4 has so much drama. Like, trust me, like once the show comes on, the internet will break. Literally. There's so much drama and there's so much tension. Like, to me, I think season 4 is like the best one. That's just between you and I. But I actually think it's like the best season. I love it. I'm a big fan of season 4.
Oh, well, thank you, Vicky. We're a huge fan of you. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. And I love the hair.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
See the back? Yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, nice to meet you. Destiny. Dress is bomb, girl. That must weigh a ton. It's heavy.
It's heavy, but it's really comfortable because it's just like cold.
Yeah. Yep. It's like a beautiful Spanx. It's like beautiful Spanx.
Yeah, no, this. I mean, it even has arrows to where you should look.
Oh yes, exactly. Yep. Just do it yourself.
He wasn't messing around when he.
Now, how are you feeling tonight? This is a big night for your show.
Yes, it is. It absolutely is. It's wonderful being nominated and to be nominated with this cast, this dynamic force of nature that is the people in this cast is fantastic.
Now, did you ever think it would be as big as it is? And like, you guys like changed the game, especially for like Netflix.
I mean, especially coming from this secret project that we didn't know how it was going to unfold. We didn't know if there was going to be another season. We didn't know if you would be asked back the next week. We didn't know anything. And waking up the day after the first season was dropped, it was a whole new world.
What was it like for you? What was that day?
I mean, my phone started ringing, I think, at like 3 in the morning. Just people just started watching everything, one after the other after the other.
Oh, thank you very much.
That was, hello. That was my first like real binge watching show on Netflix. Like I went through the whole weekend, done.
I believe it. Me too. I watched the whole thing too.
So how has it changed your life, like this experience?
In every way. I mean, working so hard for so many years, kind of struggling to get by, and then all of a sudden, everyone knows who you are overnight. I mean, it's not overnight. It was 10 years to get to this overnight. But yeah, it's just having this constant work of this amazing character that just keeps evolving. That's your dream come true.
Again, we're right here live on the red carpet at the Shrine Auditorium. The Screen Actors Guild Awards is going to start in just a few minutes. And I mean, when we talk about the lead category this year, there's a lot of star power.
Big.
I mean, I don't even know where to start or who to get more excited about when you got Johnny Depp and Leo DiCaprio and Bryan Cranston and Idris Elba. I mean, oh my gosh, this is like the all-star event of lead actor nominations this year. So I don't know who to pick. And then we got the same in the lead female category.
Yeah,
a lot of
there's
new
some
faces,
heavy hitters.
but they are definitely
Kate Blanchett.
Kate Blanchett.
Sarah Silverman, Brie Larson, who already won a Golden Globe for the amazing performance in The Room.
Yeah.
So she's kind of like people are really thinking it's going to be her. But I feel Sarah Silverman's performance in Smile Back is beautiful. This is a comedian who we only really know her for that. This is her first dramatic role, and she killed it. Like, she was amazing.
Saoirse Ronan won the Critics' Choice, and she's kind of like my underground favorite for Brooklyn. I mean, I don't know who's gonna top her, and I mean, but we gotta make a pick. I mean, we're here for the fans, so we gotta make a pick out of that amazing category. You do the females, or which way you want? You want to do it around?
I'll do the females.
You do the females, and I'll do. Okay.
Gotta stay with my girls.
Okay.
But I'm stuck between Brie Larson and Sarah Silverman because Brie Larson, the prep that she did for this film is crazy. She did 1 week silent retreat, so she didn't speak and had to go to certain levels of being alone, and just the prep for that is respect. But Sarah Silverman is just so far out of her lane. So, but I love Sarah Silverman, and I feel like she really changed her whole career with this movie. So I'm gonna go with Sarah Silverman.
Okay, she's out on a limb. I think that's a great pick. I mean, she did do a great performance, and I mean, it could be her year for it. Eddie Redmayne would be a repeat if he won this year, but I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I think there's still some politics with Beast of No Nation and Netflix that may play into voting, but the Actors Guild might not be looking at the same politics that the motion picture would on that side, and it's so tough. I mean, I think it's Leo's year for sure. But Bryan Cranston is like my cult favorite actor from Breaking Bad, so it's hard to go against that performance. But I mean, I would have to go with Leo. I think Johnny Depp is going to be on the short end of the stick this year, and it's Leo DiCaprio. It's The Revenant. I mean, it's this year. He's going to sweep it this year.
It's a safe bet. I think that's a pretty safe bet, Leo.
I'm not jumping on a limb.
No, that's not a limb. He deserves it. He 100% deserves it.
Well, I definitely weighed it out. It was a fight. It was a fight. I would love to see Idris get up there and get his award, for Best Actor. That would be huge.
And that would be a big surprise, but well-deserved at the same time. So,
I don't know. I mean, the Screen Actors Guild usually does give some surprises, so let's see. They don't always vote with the Globe, so let's see what happens, and you're in for an exciting show.
So exciting.
Stay tuned for all these lead actors and actresses that's going to take home the actor at the 22nd Annual Screen Actors Guild Awards.
How are you feeling tonight?
I'm good. I'm great. I'm excited.
What is it like tonight for you? Have you been to the SAGs before? Is this your first?
I've never been to LA before. It's my first time. Yeah.
Wow.
I got off the plane last night, so yeah, a little jet lagged, a little excited.
You're up for a long night.
Say again?
You're up for a really long night.
Yeah, I'm up for a long night, yeah.
Now, what's this whole experience been like for you working on the show?
Jessica, to your right, please. Jessica, to your right. Jessica, to your right. Jessica, to the right. Jessica, and Jessica, to your right, please. To your right. Jessica, to your right, to your right. Jessica, Jessica, to your right, to your right. Jessica, one more spot. Come on. Tina, just turn. He's straight. Tina, just take that. And Tina, one more to your right. To your right. Tina, to the right. Tina. Tina, the front of that dress, that gorgeous smile. And back, Tina, back to your left. Back to your left. Tina, smile right here, please. And straight ahead, Tina, straight ahead. Tina, to your right. Tina. Jackie, one more time. Ladies, you're right, you're right. Naomi, the front. Naomi, turn. Ladies, rolling. But there you go, hold that right there. Big smile. Kate, what's up? Kate, hold that. The front of the dress, the front. Kate, one more smile, Kate.
On the film? Oh, that was incredible. We were out in Ghana about, what, 18 months ago, and difficult terrain in the jungle, you know, very little infrastructure as far as like film goes, and you know, so we were like lugging stuff up hills and mountains, you know, to get the right shots, to get this sort of authentic, real feel to it that Carrie, the director, wanted. It was amazing. Like, it wasn't just a film, it was an experience, you know what I mean? Like,
you really got to get down and dirty with everybody, right?
You got to get down and dirty, man, you know, and like, everyone was down for it. Carrie, Idris, it was cool.
Yeah, no diva attitude there.
Oh, no, man, no trailers, nothing like no trailers in West Africa, man. Yeah. I'm West African myself. I was born in Cameroon, you know, and so I'm used to it, you know what I mean?
Like, show them the ropes.
I won't go so much, but I just enjoyed being there, you know. I love the environment, the culture, the pace of life, the kind of energy that people have, you know. I think you get a lot of that in the movie. I think in the first half of the movie, you know, Carrie shows you what that kind of world is like, and then it's destroyed, you know, or then it's corrupted, you know, and that's what's heartbreaking, you know.
It must be really nice to like be filming in your home country and bringing so much work to everybody and bringing so much.
Oh man, it's a dream for an for an actor born in Cameroon to then be here in LA, you know. It's amazing for me to be promoting an African story, you know. Yeah, I can't tell you how much that's so pleasing for me, you know, like, you know, it's very fulfilling. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Have a great night. Good luck.
Thanks.
Good luck. Welcome to LA.
Cheers. Thank you.
How are you feeling tonight?
Feeling really good. I love the SAG Awards. These are my favorite awards show of the season, so I'm here to have fun, you know? Excited, I'm ready to go.
It seems like every time there's Best Comedy, you guys are always involved in most things. It's like,
somehow, yeah.
Is that ever getting old or no? Is it still exciting as it was the first time?
It's just, I guess it gets like more crazy each year. Like we're like, again? Like it's like weird. It's like on one hand, it's like we've been nominated so many times that it almost like feels normal, but then again, you're like, it's been 6 years in a row we're nominated. It is crazy, but I mean, we're so incredibly blessed. Jeez, it's awesome.
And you guys are having a great time still, it seems.
Yeah, and we love it. And the cool thing is we've been to so many award shows, and you know, we've won a couple SAG awards that like the pressure's off a little bit, and like we can just go and have fun now. You know, I'm at this award show. I'm gonna go to the after party. I'm gonna be dancing. I'm gonna be meeting all these awesome actors, I'm gonna have a great time.
Your award shelf is pretty stacked. It's like, yeah, if one more comes in, that's great, I'm sure.
Exactly. You know, we love the recognition. We'd love to win, but we understand, like, you know, eventually we're not going to win and we're not going to be nominated anymore. So we're enjoying it while it lasts.
And you've really grown up on this show. Like, how has that been exactly? Like, how has it been from being a kid to like now a young man?
It's really surreal. Well, one of the crazy things is my co-star Ariel, she plays my sister on the show, just turned 18. She's the first of all of the kids to turn 18. We started on the show when we were 11, so before we were teenagers, and now she's an adult.
That's crazy.
And
we all watched. We all saw it happen.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Well, congratulations. You're one of my favorite people on one of my favorite TV shows, so I really love you guys. Every Wednesday night. So how are you feeling tonight? It's a huge, huge night for you.
I'm exhilarated. Like, this has been surreal. This is my first nomination, so this is my first time in the presence of all this amazingness and greatness, and it's a really wonderful feeling. Yeah, I'm so grateful. Yeah.
Now, Mad Men's such a historical cast, and it made such a big bang when it came in. Like, what is it like to be such a part of almost history?
It feels amazing. Like I said, like I've said to some other people, I feel like I've walked into greatness. Mad Men, it was such a strong show starting out, so iconic, and having the opportunity to be on it was just, I don't want to call it luck, but I'm just head over heels grateful for the opportunity, and you know, it led to this, or it's led to really great things, and so it's spectacular. I can't even describe it. Yeah.
And you get to play such a strong character as well.
Yeah. I mean, I like to think that Shirley is a lot like me. So she was easy to, it was very easy to bring her to life. And so, yeah, it feels good to be a strong female character in an environment where, you know, she might be in the background, or she might not have the same opportunities as other people. It was good to bring some humanity to her. Mm-hmm.
Now, do you have a spot ready for when you win?
I do. I do. It's right on my bookshelf. Yeah.
It's like ready. Lighting is ready.
I know, it's Destiny and everything.
Well, I hope you win.
Thank you so much, Destiny.
Have a wonderful night. Nice to meet you. How was it? Is this your first SAG Awards?
No, I came here a while back in 2006, and I actually took home an award with Lost. I used to be on there, yeah. So best cast ensemble.
Right, yes.
So we're up for that again with Trumbo this year. So you know, maybe we'll get lucky.
I think so.
But what's always good about these awards is that it's your peers, and just to be nominated is always a great thing because it's your fellow actors. So it's a good thing all around.
It means a little more.
Yeah, it's a good thing all around because we all know what we have to go through. We're all in the trenches, and you get a little pat on the back from your colleagues. It's a good thing.
And you guys have an amazing ensemble. How has it been working with such an amazing cast?
Yeah, I mean, from John McNamara, who did the screenplay, Jay Roach, the director, and then, you know, Helen Mirren, Bryan Cranston's brilliant performance, and John Goodman. It's a great cast, and you know, as an actor, that's what I aspired to, and I'm just glad that I was able to be a part of it.
Does it bring more out of you working with people like that? Like, you guys just kind of feed off of each other?
Yeah, I mean, these are the best in the industry, you know, and it just makes you raise your game and bring out the best of yourself. Yeah, I mean, that's the kind of crowd you want to be in, and also for me to show my stuff, you know. Yeah, so I had an amazing time. The process that Jay Roach takes you through is one to be, you know, really remembered because he's really about the art, you know, and right down from the crew, the cameraman, everybody's respected, and I think that's reflected on the end product. But it was a great experience for me, both cast and just shooting. Yeah.
And now, have you made a little spot on your shelf for just in case, or like? The lighting, just in case.
There's a few, you know. There's one for the Oscars at some point, and there's you know, but there's always a few spots, man. That's never going to be too full. Yeah, I'll create another shelf. In fact, you know what I mean.
Are you going to party tonight?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the one you want to party at.
Exactly.
Yeah, everybody's
There's a lot
here.
of drinking involved in this
Yeah,
one.
yeah, and it's quite relaxed.
Yeah.
You know,
It's mandatory to like.
yeah,
get a little
I think
crazy.
it's mandatory to party at the SAG Award.
Yes.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the SAG if you didn't do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations and good luck.
I'm sure I'll see you.
Yes,
up
you
there,
will.
yeah?
I'll be on.
All right. Don't fall down.
Nice meeting you. You guys are so fabulous tonight. Are people shocked that you actually speak?
You can't shut me up, so they're probably glad. They're probably glad to hear that I have a
But I
voice.
think I have to say that there are many people, you're maybe too young, forgive me for knowing this, but her reputation precedes her. She talks, she sings, she kills on Broadway, as has Dale over the years. We're all Broadway babies. So.
Yeah, we are.
And how has that helped you on the show? In this kind of like.
Gives you a very serious work ethic.
Yes, it does.
Yeah,
those long hours.
Very helpful in any field. Yeah.
Now, are we going to be expecting you to talk and break out in song and dance at some point?
Honey, if I told you that, I'd have to kill you, and then I'd never get out of Litchfield.
June 17th, the new season starts. We can tell you that there's a lot of overcrowding, and we can tell you that that does to human animals just what it does to all animals. There's a lot revealed and going on. New stuff.
So are you guys learning a lot more about the prison system, about how crazy it really is, and what a crazy
How
world
barbaric it is, how unfair it is. Our new charities are Piper's Charity, Women's Prison Association, back in New York. Piper Kerman, who wrote It's Her Story, played by Taylor Schilling. And so we're really involved with Women's Prison Association, incarcerated women being repatriated into society, getting their children back, donating clothes to them for job interviews and court appearances.
Are they fans of the show?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes.
Yeah, 'cause
absolutely.
If we weren't authentic, they wouldn't give us the time of
That's
day,
right.
let me tell you.
I have a lot of experience, sadly, working in prisons. And my dad spent time in prison. And it's a memory I will never forget, being taken to speak to him screaming through a glass, you know. So
Interesting how life works. Full circle.
Means a lot.
Well, thank you so much, guys. Congratulations and good luck tonight. Wonderful. You guys are amazing.
That's it from the carpet. The carpet is wrapping up. We caught up with all the stars. We seen Straight Outta Compton for just a brief second, and the Big Short seemed to be very short on time for talking to us. But we did have some amazing interviews with the cast of Orange and New Black, and I mean, like,
They were everywhere. As soon as the Straight Outta Compton boys came in, it was like the party just got started. They came in, walking with swag, taking over the carpet. People went crazy for them. Crazy.
Yeah. I think some people were crip walking.
Yeah,
I think I see some white people crip walking down there.
And the Orange is the new Black cast. I mean, they looked absolutely stunning. It's just very different from what we see on the show. They were absolutely beautiful, so make sure you check that out. And someone else, Sofia Vergara, she definitely, we guessed it. We said she would come and bring the spicy Latin fever, and she came in a beautiful pink dress. It was just amazing.
In my life.
Yeah.
In all ways.
Yeah. Modern Family seems to be a staple at this award show, and Orange and New Black is becoming one. And I think they had that defending champion swag on them. I think that's what y'all seen today. It's like they walking like, hey, we got the trophy right now. We about to get it again tonight. But we'll see what happens in just a minute. Y'all stay tuned right here. 22nd Annual Screen Actors Guild Award.
This thing is so heavy. Have you any idea? How are you? My name is Jeffrey Tambor. I'm an actor. Thank you. Hi, guys. Anyhow, I'm very pleased. It's so, and I was shaking. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm supposed to let you do this, right? And here I am doing this. Hi.
I was curious, in your career, who has been the biggest advocate for you?
Define advocate.
Like someone who's really helped your career and helped you become a better actor.
Well, I think the secret of life is, I will tell you the seminal influence. There was a guy in Aptus Junior High School named James Pravatoni. And his first thing to me was, I was doing it all wrong and I was very nervous. And he yelled out, "Let him alone, he knows what he's doing." And I think that was the first time the light went on, whatever causes that kind of comment, this is what I want to do. It was the first time I had ever acted. Yeah. Thank you. There's George.
All right,
Hey, George.
so I would like you to tell me about a fan letter that you've gotten that struck you about playing this role that you think about when the director says action because you know what you're doing is important.
Well, I've got fan letters a little bit general, but I've gotten letters where people actually tell me how very important it is to their life and how it has helped them in their freedom and achieving their authenticity and through some very, very hard times. And tonight, in my speech, I wanted to especially reach out to the people who are not Maura Pfeffermans and don't shop at the, in the mall, things like that, and the people who are really scraping by to get their freedom and their medicine and their hormone shots and their surgeries. And it's not a red carpet thing; it's a people thing. Al Pacino said in Justice for All, "They're people. They're people."
Mr. Tambor, you've talked a lot about how this show, what it means for inclusion.
Yes.
And especially what these awards mean.
Yes.
In reference to inclusion.
Absolutely.
But can you tell me about the entertainment aspect of this show? I mean,
Well,
it is very good, and that's one thing I think that gets missed when we talk about inclusion. It's
Yes,
great.
I agree. The thing about this is that those who are not paying attention to streaming are missing a big thing because the stories are being told and the entertainment is being reformed. And the story arc and the way characterization is being done and the whole thing is changing. So you're absolutely right. And the whole quotient of what it takes to entertain people. You have to understand that I'm an actor. I did repertory theater, and now and I did 8 shows a week. And now I open a show on a Friday for Amazon, and on Saturday people are emailing me saying I've finished. Where's the next season? So brave new world and welcome to it. You're welcome. Yes.
Congratulations, this is just wonderful.
Thank you.
I love you as an actor, and this show is amazing.
Thank you.
You do such a wonderful job of bringing the lady Maura to life. It's just amazing. Is there somebody you're inspired with, you channel when you do that as an actor? Because you do a commendable job of bringing Maura to life.
Well, I have 3 wonderful teachers, Zachary Drucker and Reese Ernst and Jenny Boylan, and the breadcrumbs are in the script. I would say, and it sounds a little glib, but I think playing Maura, I get to access more of Jeffrey Tambor than I actually get to access when I'm playing Jeffrey Tambor. And so that's a big lesson for me that I just don't have to, I get to play more of me. And I'm still learning. We start our 3rd season this Friday. So here we go. Good question. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. Hi, Jeffrey. I'm H. Alan Scott with Fusion. I have to say, on a personal side, I love doing the Golden Girls. That episode you did of the Golden Girls.
Thank you.
Epic.
Thank you.
But my question is, Fusion's doing a Dear Next President message. What would you want to say to the next president?
I would say it's a nation of very different people, and we need our authenticity, and we need to feel safe, and we need to feel free. Help us, enable us, engage us, listen to us.
Hi, it's Jeff Slonim from Traveler Magazine.
Hi.
Out on the carpet, I was talking to people from your show, and I learned some interesting things about travel and gender.
Yes.
And that it's tricky for people that don't fit a specific slot at
Absolutely.
airports, for instance.
Yeah.
Do you think about that with travel? Do people talk to you about that? Or?
Well, the whole nature of everything has changed. Everybody has to change their vocabulary a little bit. Everybody has to wake up. And that's from government, as we just talked to teachers, to janitors in high schools, and to TSA people. Everybody has to, non-education is no longer an alibi. We have to be educated. You're welcome. Am I done? Okay, could someone help me with this? Happy New Year, everybody.
apologies. We have the whole cast of Orange is the New Black.
Look, we got a
Hi. All right, are we all right? What's happening? How does this work? You guys just ask us questions.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Cool. What's up?
Hi.
What's happening?
What's happening? We can't see you. Just speak up.
Hi. I have a mic. Hi, I'm H. Ellen Scott with Fusion, and congratulations on the win. So great. My question is actually for Adrian. Adrian, you had a storyline this season, a conversion storyline that was so incredibly, unexpectedly touching. Where did you find the inspiration for that, and how did it change you?
Thank you for the question. I think art imitates life and vice versa. And for me personally, I was going through a very spiritual journey as an artist and as a person myself. So it was really interesting to let that feed its way into Cindy's story. And at the end of the day, I think, look, regardless of what your religious proclivities are or the lack thereof, I think what I take away from Black Cindy's story that season is that doing God is doing love. And I think that if we all take time to love each other more and see that and recognize that in our differences, there's also a lot of similarities, I think this world will be a much, much better place. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Eunice, the Pulse of Entertainment. I wanted to ask, and I just want to say you all look lovely and handsome.
Thank you.
Anyone in particular, I'm just interested, how do you get in the mood as an actor? I mean, is there a ritual, or, I mean, do you get behind the screen and meditate? How do you get in character?
I think everybody's process is different. That's what's so amazing about our job is it's about the individual, and every single person brings a different thing to a role, and everyone has their own process.
Some people act crazy before a shot. Some people are very, very quiet. Some people, everybody, you just do you, and then that's how that love. That's how we make art.
Hi, Mike Schneider from TV Guide Magazine. Question actually for something, Laura, that you mentioned on stage regarding diversity. Obviously that's been a big topic of conversation right now. And anyone can answer, what can perhaps film learn from television? What is TV perhaps doing better than film right now in terms of being more inclusive and more diverse? Anyone can answer that.
Representing real life. Television has stayed up with the times.
Use the mic, sweetie. Go to the mic. Step up to the mic. Sing out.
I was just saying, television has done a very good job of representing life as we know it, especially recent television. And it seems like things are a little bit more competitive on TV, and people are just, stepping up to the plate in terms of representing stories from and by everyone. So.
Yes. It's also accessibility. I think TV is super accessible to just about everyone. And sometimes people can't get to those films, which is sad and a shame. But TV is right in your home. And at 4 o'clock in the morning, if you're a mom and your baby just woke you up and you can't get back to sleep, you can turn on the television. And sometimes being a mom is a lonely job. And that TV can be there for you. And I think TV has a way of healing and making us laugh and telling us stories that are our stories and reaching to us in our own homes, in our most private moments.
Yes, Catherine!
Cool.
Catherine Curtin, everybody.
I should also add, ma'am. I should also add that this show happened on Netflix 4 years ago. Streaming shows weren't a thing. So Gingy has also said that this show probably couldn't have happened on a network 4 years ago, but now maybe it can, because streaming channels like Netflix and others have led the way. So that's really what it's all about, changing and revolutionizing television, and that's what Netflix has done, and I think that's what our show has done, if I must be so bold.
If I can get you to piggyback on that, just a response on the 300 slots that were a response to the Academy Awards with the 6,000 voters. The response to the Oscars So White from the Academy Awards was reserving 300 slots. I'm just wondering if anybody would like to comment on that particular response for women and for. They wanted to add, they added
300 slots that are now reserved for women and minorities.
Well, it's a start. It's a start. It's a little baby.
Get him, Say-Say.
It's a start, but the problem starts before the Academy Awards. The problem starts in the writing rooms, in the studios. The producers and directors and casting people need to open up their eyes that this is a different world we're living in. And diversity is not just black and white. Diversity is universal, and it's a lot more than what we are focusing on. It's religions, it's sexuality. So it doesn't start at the Academy Awards. That's not the solution. The solution starts before that.
Last question, please.
Hi there, Zuleika Nethu from Canadian Broadcasting Corporation. Right here, hi. How do you hope this show, which is a shining example of diversity in all its forms, not just race, how do you hope this show, trailblazes for future shows that could do the same thing with a diverse cast as well? Because we're not seeing it as much as we'd like to.
I think the show already has. I think it's certainly opened up not only the conversation, but it's begun the process for, as my castmate Selena said, to start the conversation in the writer's room.
I think that what Genji has done for a lot of years before our show came out, what you see on TV is, especially women on TV, is this silhouette of an ideal that a lot of women cannot reach. What Genji has done with Orange is the New Black, she has put women in front of you on your TV screen, in your homes, that look like a rainbow, basically. All of us are from different backgrounds. We have different stories. We have different body types. We have different beliefs and goals in life. So for her putting that on TV, I think it took us to see that and say, oh, people will watch that. That is what people want to see, because it is who the people are. It's who that they see on the street. It's a mirrored reflection of what life is. And
you
so,
will make money. People will tune in. You will make
Thank you.
You will make money. People will tune in.
All this, Heather told me to sing. I just want to say, as someone who's been out as long as I have been out, doing the work that I have done for over 30 years, being this individual, what is exciting to me is that we're even having this conversation. Because I can tell you that 5 years ago, we wouldn't have been having this conversation, even as recently as 5 years ago. So that we're even having this conversation is a win for the good guys.
Thank you, babe.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Sorry, guys.
Great cast.
Hello.
Okay, Matt, Joel.
Yeah, maybe
Michael?
so, please.
Michael.
We don't know.
Close
to you.
It's really bright in here. Hi. What's up?
There's a lot of us.
Well, this has been great. Thank you so much. I'm wearing orange underwear.
I'm feeling really lucky.
We've never had a two-part win because there were too many people here.
Exactly.
But explain what, I want the appreciation factor from all of you, because we say a lot of times it takes a village, and your show takes a village.
We are a village.
That's right. We're just glad it didn't come down to blows, because we could take them, at least in terms of numbers.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
I don't know.
What's up?
Do you want to ask us something?
Yes,
We're very
sorry,
happy
I've
to
got
be
a question.
here.
Hi.
Well, yeah.
Jeff Sloan from Traveler. You shoot in New York, yes?
Yes.
Have you discovered anything about New York that people should know working there, like places people should go visit or something that you didn't know in the new neighborhoods?
Well, taking the subway is the fastest way to get anywhere. So forget about like Ubers. I would take the subway. That's what we do. We go to work, we take the subway, we leave work, we take the subway.
And in New York, go to the off-Broadway theaters, go to the off-Broadway theaters. So many people who are up here in the last couple stages of us started in the off-Broadway theater. Many of us have been lucky enough to have the opportunity to be on Broadway, and it is one of those cultural institutions that does not exist anywhere else in America at that level and at that depth.
Yep.
All that, and we just ended up becoming more than a family. You know, just suffering together, struggling together, working together.
If you were in New York, go see a show that you would never think you would see. Go
see The Color Purple.
Yeah.
Go see The Color Purple, because Danielle's
Yeah,
over.
we wish you were here. We love you, and we're bringing one home for you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yes.
TV. With all the talk of diversity right now, it's like a hot topic. This is probably the most diverse cast in television.
Absolutely.
You
Age.
literally have every single color in the rainbow.
Yep.
Now, how does it feel to, and why do you feel like that's so important that everyone is addressed in your
It
show? Do you feel like
reflects the
that's why?
society we're living in. Age, race, socioeconomic strata, body type, and it doesn't just lean on the prisoner like a bleeding heart liberal. It looks at the administrators, it looks at the lives of the guards. They're all human beings with good and bad. It's fantastic.
We're finally watching ourselves.
And
yeah,
of your success.
I
Go
grew
ahead.
up. I never saw a person that looked like me on TV, and I thought it was really impossible. So it's really amazing that now we get to like watch ourselves like on television, and that's why our show is so popular, because people actually connect with us, right? I mean, my tia is on there. I was like, I know her. Yes. I know somebody like her. Yeah, finally people are catching on.
And I believe that the fact that it's so popular and that society likes it, I think it's a reflection of where we're heading towards in Hollywood. So it's only a matter of time before everyone embraces diversity.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Sam Miller, who is an amazing director, who's brought Luther to life.
Hi. Hi, Emily. Hi. Good to see you again.
In your career overall, who do you feel like has been the biggest advocate for you in the industry?
As far as like the doing of the thing, you know, I think there have been many people who have inspired me. I have really only one hero besides my mother, truly, and that's Ms. Oprah Winfrey. She has been my lifetime hero since I was a kid, and still today, and has been just exceptional as a human being so far. I also have been so inspired, you know, when I was doing The Wiz this past year, getting to stand beside Queen Latifah was pretty intense, because I think she's amazing. I just wanted to sing the theme song to Living Single and Unity. U-N-I-T-Y, like literally the entire time. There we go. Like, I really just wanted to do that the entire time. I think she's phenomenal, what she's been able to do across multiple platforms as an artist, performer, producer, rapper, jazz singer, actor, writer, you know, and the list goes on and on. That's been phenomenal. Viola. I mean, I really have some actors that I just think. Meryl Streep I've watched and been impressed with as well. But in terms of advocates, I'd say those first two.
Right here. Hi. This is right here.
Hi.
Tanya Hart. How
Hi.
are you?
Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Boston in the house.
Boston in the house. First of all, congratulations. This is your second one in a row of these, I do believe.
Thank you.
And, you know, in such a large ensemble cast that keeps doing so well at this particular award and all others, what is it about the Crazy Eyes character that keeps jumping out at everybody?
You know, I don't think that I am best equipped at answering that question in all sincerity, as far as what people are drawn to with her. I know for myself, what I love about her is her authenticity, her honesty, her willingness, despite the challenge that is love, and it just even necessarily, maybe even existing authentically as yourself, she still risks it, despite the challenge that it takes to be that much herself. I love that about her. She's entirely, purely herself, and that's what I like about her.
Uzo, congratulations from all the radio guys in the back.
Hi, thank you.
You know, you did it last year. You mentioned that the day you won the SAG Award was the day you gave up acting. And this year, you had some encouraging words for struggling actors still. So this is still very close to your heart, isn't it? The fact that you almost wouldn't be here except for whatever that magical role is. So can you speak to how that still means something to you now?
You know, it means a lot to me now. When I think about it, that day, that time, the day before even the day that I got this job, that site is not so, it's still visible in the rearview mirror of my life. I can still see it. You know, it's not so far back, so distant that I can't recall that feeling. I can't remember that day. I can't remember what it felt like to hear repeatedly, no, 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 or to not get that audition. I know that feeling. It resonates throughout my entire being so loudly. I can't ignore it, and I can't feel anything other than grateful for it. And I feel that, you know, it came to my mind for some reason when I was standing up here. Wow, I'm here at the SAG-AFTRA Awards, the Screen Actors Guild, and just the other day, I happened to be scrolling through my Facebook, and a young actor had written me about, you know, the business and agents, and I just felt like there are so many people who have so much to give to this art form, who have so much to say that with their art, that I just wanted to acknowledge that because I know the feeling.
Last question.
Randy with In Style. Right here.
Hi.
Hi, kind of along those same lines, what was one piece of advice that someone gave you when you first started out that helped you get to where you are today?
I think the greatest piece of advice single-handedly that I've ever been given, it came from my mother. My family immigrated here, for those of you who don't know, from Nigeria. My mom has overcome numerous obstacles to make it possible for me to be standing here in this moment with you all. And when I moved to New York to pursue this, she dropped me off at the train station, and she turned off the car, so she meant business, and she was like, Uzo, just work hard. She's like, I don't know what will come from this thing. All I know is that if you go there, you must go and work hard. I've never heard of nothing coming from hard work. And that was something that stood out. And she'd always said that our entire life, to not just myself, but all my siblings. And for some reason, though, on that day, I really heard her and what she was, you know, really trying to put into me. She said, I've never heard of nothing coming from hard work. I don't know what will come. I don't know when it will come. But I know something will come if you work hard. And I just said, okay. I just need to work hard. Best advice I've ever been given. Thank you. Right? They know what they're doing. They push all their good stuff out into you. Who are you?
Mike. Queen Latifah.
First question. Very smart to have this. You know how much these things weigh.
Hi, Queen Latifah.
I should know how to do this.
Hi. Should I go?
Yeah.
Hi, right here.
Hi.
Right back here with the phone. H.
Oh.
Allen Scott with Fusion. How
There's
are
a lot
you?
of people waving, so
I
I
know,
can't see.
I know. I'm trying. I
Hi
didn't
there.
want to scream.
What's up?
Living single. I just have to say that you guys were like the next incarnation of the Golden Girls, and so you're everything,
Thank you.
everything. But I'm with Fusion, and we want to know. We're asking everybody about what a message you want to say to the next president. Just say, "Dear next president," whatever message you want to say.
Really?
Yeah.
Next president, dear next president, please continue to have some damn sense. Do what's right for the damn people. And climate change is a real thing. I hope our next president takes time to use his or her wisdom before speaking and acting to make the right decisions that are best for us as Americans as well as the world. That's all I can say. Get on your knees at night and pray.
Queen, Alex Kramer with Hollywood Life. There's been so much diversity and representation in TV. What do you think it'll take to have that same thing happen in film, where there seems to be a lot less?
Well, I think some of it was already happening, but I think the public has to continue to demand that. We are in a capitalist society, so hopefully supply and demand will kick back in. I don't know what happened to that, but it used to make pretty darn good sense. So hopefully our business will continue to supply the demand that the people are asking for. The people want it. Give it to the people. That's what we're here to make movies and films for, not just for ourselves or for one segment of the population, but really for everyone. And so, I hope that, we wake up and realize that there's the old way of doing things is the old way of doing things, and it's okay to evolve and change and grow. Growth is important and paramount, and it's not gonna, change is inevitable. So might as well wrap your mind around it and let's go.
Hi, Queen. My name is Ty Lee with newsforusonline.com, and my question for you is, what does being an actress mean to you?
It means that I'm able to talk to this statue as if it's real and create my own story as if it were a Barbie. No, it means that being an actor to me is wonderful because it allows me to live and breathe other people that I might not normally be in my own life. It allows me to remove myself from things and jump into another entire character. It's fun. Acting is really a lot of fun. To get people emotionally involved in a story is one of the most wonderful things to be able to do. To tell a story and entertain people is a wonderful thing to be able to do, and to inspire people who are watching. And I feel very blessed to be able to do what it is I do for a living.
Thank you. That'll be the last question.
Oh. One more question. One more.
All right, one more question.
Okay, one from this side, one from this side. I gotta go. People are waiting, especially that dope girl who's dope. She's gotta get up there. At least, man, you gotta let her up here. Come on, I gotta go, because this woman won it. She's amazing, and I don't wanna be selfish, and her dress is bomb, and she was crazy in Ex Machina. It was dope.
Alicia Vikander.
Alicia Vikander, everyone, please. Oh my God, congratulations. You are fantastic. You were dope. And this is how you share. Enjoy. Congratulations.
Alicia Vikander, the Danish girl.
Hi, everyone. Hi. Thank you so much. And this is so heavy. I'm getting so strong. Oh, right. Thanks. Oh. Nikolai Eskia, Louis Vuitton has made this. I don't know how many hours it must have taken to put all these sequences on by hand, but...
Hi, Alicia Vikander from Vanidades, back here.
Can you, oh, hi.
Hi. What does it really mean for a foreign actress to get a reward, be rewarded so much in Hollywood?
First of all, I grew up and I looked up to American cinema, and I think I always saw it as, that was like fairy tale land. It was beyond anything I would ever dream of, really. I didn't really know when I grew up that you could even work in English, probably. I had a mother who was an actress, so I dreamed of going to the Royal Theatre when I grew up. But something, especially with the SAG Awards, I used to YouTube it the day after, not 4 a.m. in the morning. I waited a few hours, but I was always just so amazed by this award particularly, because to have an award that celebrates the union and actors celebrating other actors, and just to be invited in a room where there's already a lot of friends and people that I've worked with and colleagues is, I mean, an honor that is beyond, I think, anything else. So I will remember this night.
In style, right here.
Hi.
Hi. I was wondering, what is one piece of advice you would tell people who still haven't achieved? I'm sorry. What is one piece of advice you would tell people who haven't achieved their dreams just yet?
I had people who told me that anything would be possible, and I that means a lot, even though I would never have believed this. So I guess that is an advice. I've always had people who believed in me, but always told me to just continue to try and do what I love. And then also to have people who've told me that it's okay to fail. And I think when I'm still young in this industry and I've been afraid of, you always think you have to live up to whatever standard you have in your head, and then you realize that making those mistakes along the way is what's going to give you the most experience, and that's also what you use the most as an actor, as tool.
Hi, Jeff Slonim from Condé Nast Traveler.
Question.
You've been lucky enough to have a lot of projects going on all over the world. Have you discovered any interesting places through your work that you'd like to tell us about?
Oh my God, that is
falling in
probably
love?
one of the most wonderful things with doing what we do. I mean, now, and I'm so lucky of having been on several projects, and you get to go to places where you never thought that you would. Oh, sorry, it's because I have high heels on. I'm actually short. No, so you asked about places that I've been able to go to, and I think I've gone to places where I never thought I would go to, and I've gone to Russia. I've been in this little, I went on a flight to St. Petersburg, 10 hours on a train, bonded with all my people. It was freezing cold. We stayed in a hut. We were going to stay in a hotel. We ended up staying out in little cottages on an island because the weather conditions were so bad. And last year did a film 2 years ago in New Zealand, out on these fields where I probably never would have been able to go. So all these things are memories, of course, especially because of the foreign places that will help me to remember them.
Oh, it's not me.
Miss Burnett, back here, Miss Burnett, where the radio guys are. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, I had the pleasure of seeing a few weeks ago at a little comedy club in Hollywood, a sketch comedy group by a woman named Caroline Anderson. And the work was real reminiscent of what you used to do on television. And I asked her if you were her muse, if you will. She said, absolutely, trying to bring that style of comedy back. It is something sorely missed. Do you see your style of comedy, sketch comedy in particular, like this Caroline Anderson is doing, coming back at all?
I would hope so. I would hope it never left. You know, I think that a lot of the comedy today that I see on television and stuff, it's, I don't mind edgy. I'm not a prude by any means of the imagination. I like edgy comedy, but I also think there is room for just plain old happy belly laughs. And you don't really see that too much anymore. You know, just and I sound like an old fogey, but look at our Saturday night lineup that we had back then. It was All in the Family, Norman Lear, wow, MASH, Mary Tyler Moore, Bob Newhart, and our show. And it was all clever, and it holds up today. And there was no pandering to base instincts. And I just wish that some of it would be elevated today by some of the writing on television. A lot of, some of the sitcoms that I see, I won't name them, but they make me feel like they might be being written by teenage boys in a locker room. You know, it's easy to get those kinds of laughs. So I would like to see cleverness come back, you know, and it does exist in some shows, but not in enough.
Hi, Miss Burnett. Right here. Hi, I'm H. Allen Scott with Fusion. And first I have to say, Eunice, Mama's Family Eunice, was like my inspiration as a young stand-up.
Wow.
Her mannerisms, I just had to. Young female comics. There's a lot of, I mean, Amy Schumer's out there and the Broad City Girls, and there's such a sort of awakening of this great female talent out there. What would you say to, because you kind of held a place as a female comic in the 70s that was doing your own thing, what would you say to young female comics wanting to do exactly what you did in the 70s?
Just do it. You know, see, the thing was, I was not a stand-up comic. I'm a sketch performer, and I like to be on stage with other people so I can lock eyeballs with them, and we have a scene. I remember when I was doing the Gary Moore show, way back, one of our guests one week was Ed Wynn, who was a wonderful vaudevillian comic. And we got on the subject of comedy around the table one day, and he talked about the difference between comics and comedic actors. And Gary Moore said, well, what is the difference? And Ed said, well, a comic says funny things, like Bob Hope. And a comedic actor says things funny, like Jack Benny. And so I realized that that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to say things funny. I can't tell a joke to save my soul.
Alex Kramer with Hollywood Life.
Hi.
Particularly as it pertains to women in comedy, can you talk about what you think the biggest or most important changes you've seen over the course of your career?
Changes in comedy?
For women in comedy.
Oh, for women. Well, the change is that there are more women. You know, and I'm really happy for that. And I especially, you know, and Amy and Tina, you know, running their own shows, writing and producing and doing all of that. It's a beautiful, beautiful way that things have changed, and I think they're going to get better. Women in comedy are much more respected now. You know, you look at Kristen Wiig. Wow, what does she do? She's fabulous. And also now, television, they're allowing women to go more into movies too. We used to be pigeonholed, pretty much, you know. But I think the big change is that there are more and more and more women comedians who are being accepted. So, yes, do you have a mic?
Hi, sorry. Amanda with Closer Weekly. What can you tell us about your friendship with Lucille Ball? Can you share any great memories you had with her?
Well, the first time I met her was the second night of Once Upon a Mattress. She came to see me off Broadway, and I was more nervous that night seeing her than I was opening night. I peeked out of the curtains, and there was orange-red hair in the second row, and I was really nervous. And after the show, she came back to my funky little dressing room off Broadway with a coil that came out of the couch. She sat and talked to me for about 25 minutes, and she called me kid, because she was 22 years older than I. And just as she was leaving, she said, kid, if you ever need me for anything, give me a call. So a few years later, I was asked by CBS to do a special if I could get a major guest star. And so the producer said, Carol, you ought to call Lucy. You know, she said that to you, all, you know. And I said, well, I can't, I'd be too nervous. He said, well, all she can do is say no. Just call, ask. And so I did. I got her on the phone. And she said, hey, kid, you're doing great. What's happening? And I said, I know you're really busy, Lucy. I don't want to bother you about it. She said, what are you talking about? And I said, well, I'm going to be doing this special for CBS. And she didn't let me finish the sentence. She said, when do you want me? And so she was my guest on that. And we became very close friends. She gave me a baby shower, a black tie baby shower, with men attending. It was one of the funniest evenings ever. And her husband then, who was comedian Gary Morton, he opened all the baby gifts. And he did routines on everything. And it was just hysterical. But no, she was very... And she died on my birthday. Yeah, she would always send me flowers on my birthday. And she died on April 26th. And that afternoon, I got flowers from her. It said, happy birthday, kid. Yeah. Yeah.
Ms. Burdett, Scott Hoover with People Magazine. As you touched upon, you're not just a comedian, you're an actress, and you've had a lot of great opportunities to be an actress throughout your career. What has that aspect meant to you, to step outside occasionally, just the sketch performing?
Well, I think, look at Steve Carell. Look at Michael Keaton. Look, I mean, you know, they were all funny people, you know, and they weren't, we were all pigeonholed at one point, you know, and it just takes that. Comedians are actors, you know, they are. I was very thrilled when I got the script to Friendly Fire. At first, I looked at the envelope 3 times to make sure my name was on it. I couldn't understand why they did it, but, you know, way back in England, you know, they don't pigeonhole. Like they can do Shakespeare, then they turn right around and do Noel Coward, then they'll turn right around and do a musical and so forth. You know, no pigeonholing. And I remember one time, our show was in syndication for a half hour, so all the musical numbers had been cut out. And so the syndicated show only showed the sketches. And one of my favorite sketch performers was Steve Lawrence, who has one of the greatest singing voices ever. And when we would do sketches, we did Take Us on Double Indemnity, Postman Always Rings Twice, African Queen, From Here to Eternity, and he's one of the best sketch comics I've ever worked with. So the show went into syndication. None of the musical numbers were shown, and Steve said that one time he and his wife Edie were at the airport, and these teenage girls ran up to him and they said, "You're that funny guy on the Burnett Show." They had no idea he sang, that he was such a singer. So, you know, we can do it all.
Time for one more brief question.
Jeannie, do you want the mic?
Congratulations, first of all.
Thank you.
Those of us who know you a long time have followed ups and downs in your life. Has your sense of humor been the thing that helped you bounce back, or was your kind of optimism just born in you?
Well, I've always been optimistic. And I have a feeling that it happened because of going to all of those movies with my grandmother in the 40s, because there was no cynicism. The good guys made it, the bad guys didn't. If Mickey and Judy wanted to put on a show, they would do it and it would go to Broadway. So I never felt cynical, and I never felt that I couldn't do what I wanted to do. I wasn't thinking of having my name above a title. That wasn't it. But I knew I could work and make a living to put clothes on my back, food on the table, and pay the rent. And so that kept me going. There was one time, way, way early in New York, when I was up for a very small part in a Broadway show, and it was they narrowed it down to another girl and me, and I thought I had it, but I didn't. And something inside, and I have to thank the way I felt, something inside me said, you know what? It's her turn. Not my turn. It's her turn. My turn will come. And so that kept me from being discouraged, that attitude.
You should have seen the excitement in this room when everyone knew you were coming back.
Oh,
congratulations.
Thank you.
It's great.
Oh, am I here? Am I on? Oh, hi, Ms. Davis. H. Allen with Fusion, right over here. Hi. So you're on How to Get Away with Murder. So clearly you're kind of an expert, which is amazing. So I wanted to ask you, do you think Stephen Avery is innocent or guilty from making a murderer?
You know what's amazing that I haven't seen it? Because I watch Forensic Files, I watch Snapped, I watch Dateline Mystery 48 Hours, and I've never watched that, so I cannot weigh in on that. I'm just completely enjoying the moment. We have become a society of trending topics. Diversity is not a trending topic. It's just not. I've always considered myself an actor since I got my equity card in 1988. I've never put any limitations on myself. I felt like I can play Chekhov, any character in Chekhov, in Shakespeare, in Miller, in August Wilson. I see myself as an actor. No matter what is going on in the business, I will find a way to practice my art. And all of the actors of color that I know don't place any limitations on themselves either. So regardless of what is going on with the Academy, regardless what is going on in Hollywood, they will find a way to be excellent. We always have and we always will.
Emily from Elle, how are you? Congratulations.
Hi.
I was curious, for you in your career, who has been your biggest advocate in the industry and how have they helped you?
Oh my God, who has been my biggest advocate? I have had so many advocates in the business, but I've had so many advocates. But I would have to say my biggest advocate has always been my parents. And the reason is because there is an imposter theory that happens as an actor that you just always feel that someone's going to find you out as the hack you are. You never feel good enough. I remember Marlon Brando said in one of his documentaries, there was a famous prima ballerina who said that if, he quoted it in his documentary, she said that if her life would be so happy if she could dance 1 minute perfectly. And I thought that was a really powerful statement because you never feel good enough as an actor. You never feel like your work is good enough. But your parents, my parents, have always been my biggest cheerleaders. They've always thought that I was fabulous. And that always gave me the foundation to try just a little bit harder, to get up when I felt down. Everyone else in the business, they come and go.
Hi. Amazing. I'm Stacey from Black
Thank
Hollywood
you.
Live. What has your character as Annalise, what has it taught you about womanhood?
What it's taught me about, well, Annalise didn't teach me, I taught me. But what it's taught me about womanhood is that we are very complicated creatures. And it's also taught me that we wear the mask that grins and lies as women. That so much of our public personas have been created by our culture, and especially a male-dominated culture, that if we stay pretty, we'll be okay. If we stay nice, we'll just be fine. You know, if we stay what people define as feminine and beautiful, then we can get that check mark of acceptability. And what Annalise has taught me is to just be that firestorm, which is just human. To just be as messy and screwed up and beautiful and absolutely, essentially yourself as you humanly can. And it's given me a certain freedom. It really has. I always tell people, why do I have to have structure as Annalise? I think people should do what they want to do with the Oscars. If they want to watch it, that's fine. If they don't, that's fine. I think more importantly, I think that when you walk into a theater, whether it be a movie theater or a live theater, to be open to the experience of the story. I think that sometimes people feel like stories about people of color are not inclusive. They are very much inclusive. I mean, the works of August Wilson, which really pretty much made my career, is everyone's story. I mean, when you watch Annalise, she's not just a black woman, she is a woman going through her life, you know? And I feel like people forget that in our business, we can't act in a room. You need the actor, you need the writer, you need the director, and finally, you need the audience. So I'm just saying, plop your money down to see Race, to see Dope, to see Straight Outta Compton, to see Selma, to support directors like Ava DuVernay, you know, Lee Daniels, Spike Lee, that their stories are just as valid and as important as anyone else. That's more important than boycotting, is openness.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have time for one more question.
Brandy with In Style. Hi, first of all, your dress is beautiful.
Thank you.
I just wanted to know, what advice would you give someone who hasn't achieved their dreams just yet?
Well, you know, I sat down at a party once, and as life would have it, I sat down next to a life coach. And one of the things he told me is that everyone is told to follow their dreams. Everyone just is really focused on success. And so we do everything to achieve that success. But we forget the final stage, which is significance. And so I would tell anyone who has a dream, especially if it's in this business, to find the significance in it. Listen, I started out, I just wanted to act. I didn't have the speech, you know, planned with the toilet paper roll in the mirror. I didn't. I just wanted to be a great craftsperson. I wanted to move people. I was perfectly happy doing theater. I was making a living. I could pay my bills. I paid my student loans off. But I wanted to create because the joy of that, the joy of making people feel less alone, made me feel significant. And so that's what I would tell them, to follow their heart. You know, as cheesy as that may sound, listen, I'm 50 years old. It works. It's cheesy, but it works.
Thank you.
Does he go here? Is that right? Or she, however you want to look at it. Hello, everybody.
Good to see you.
Thank you.
You're about to embark on another career path, but tell me why you want to stay an actor as you try some new parts of the industry.
Yeah, I get, and particularly in this experience, I get to come to work every day and discover. I'm not an actor who thinks I know everything about the character I play. That's been the joy in the writing. It's been the joy in coming to work. And, you know, working on something, you go through many stages, you know. You talk about the things that you might want to tackle in a season. You discuss plot lines and new characters, and then things start getting written, and you got a Bible, and then scripts start getting written, and then you start working toward that, and you do a read-through, and things are changing, and you're saying, I'm not sure that is that right, and someone else has an idea, and slowly you get onto the set one day, and you have your group of fellow actors that we're all discovering it. We're all, you know, in some cases hoping we're guessing right, because you know you don't have all the time in the world. And that's, to me, the joy of it is showing up every day, and in that battle, in that struggle, in that challenge with a group of people, you eventually get to a point where you're like, yeah, I think maybe this is right today. But every day you're also thinking, God, you know, did I get that? Is that right? Did we do that right? Is it going to end up working when they put it all together? So I love the process. And I also hope I'm getting better. You know, I hope I'm getting better at it. I'm still learning, still a student.
Hi, Kevin, right here. Tanya Hart, American Urban Radio Networks and Online. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, looking at the political climate in today's world, it would be hard to make this up, but as one who has played the president, what would you say we all need to know about politics in America that we may not be paying attention to right now?
Oh, I don't know. I'm playing a fictional character in a fictional television series, and I think that asking an actor like me to comment on current politics is just nothing but a hole for me to fall into that I will never crawl out of. So I appreciate the question, but I think I'll avoid it.
Last question, please.
Hi, Kevin. Mike Schneider from TV Guide magazine. You mentioned Beau Willimon in your acceptance speech. You mentioned Beau in your acceptance speech, but can you talk a little bit more about his departure, what it means for the show, and he's been such a, you know, this has been his brainchild, and moving forward without Beau, what are you expecting we might see different about House of Cards moving forward?
It's a great question. I have no fucking idea how to answer you. I mean, literally, we haven't made any decisions about who might come in. There's a tremendous amount of discussions and work to be had. I mean, as I said up there tonight, and I meant it, I wish Beau all the best. You know, he's worked tirelessly for 4 seasons. And I think whatever he's going to go on to, he's going to continue to show an extraordinary range as a writer and an understanding of the human condition. And I hope that he and I will work together again someday. But it's, you know, it's incredibly early for me to be even vaguely talking about what I think will happen or what we're going to try to make happen. But I meant what I said up there. We will, without question, honor the road that he paved. Thank you, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of Downton Abbey.
Hello, good evening.
So you can put yours up there, so take your weight off. Someone singing? Yeah. If you want to start in the key of E, that'd be great. Is that everyone?
Hi, Emily from L. Congratulations. I was curious if a few of you can talk about what you think the legacy of this show will be in terms of TV.
Wow.
Joe,
Go, Joe.
go on,
Get in there, Joe.
Okay, thanks, gang. Well, you know, it's incredible to be part of something that's been so successful, and I think we all feel extremely fortunate to have been a part of this show, and it's you know, it's been, you know, one of the biggest TV shows to come out of England for many years, and I think we all feel incredibly proud to have finished 6 seasons of the show and have been a part of that, and the joy that's come with that, and the roller coaster ride that has been Downton Abbey, and yeah, it's something that we'll always be attached to and we'll always be very proud of. So it's a great feeling. Thank you.
Hi, congratulations. Congratulations. Good morning, Britain and Lorraine, ITV. What kind of message would you like to say to all your British fans out there?
It's nice and warm here. Wake up.
No, we can't say that.
It's snowing at home.
It's been the most amazing 6 years, and the support that we have had, especially back in Britain, has been incredible. So thank you very much to all the fans of the show, and thanks for watching over the 6 years. We've loved bringing you the show, and thanks for taking those characters to your hearts.
Yeah, congratulations.
Hi, Jeff Sloan. I'm from Traveler Magazine. The house, the area, you spent a lot of time there. Did you fall in love with the place? Is there a pub where you hung out? Did you go fly fishing? What's special about that area of the world?
Alan?
I can recommend the Carnarvon Arms. That does an excellent cider. It's 6%. It's called Old Rosie. After 4 of them, you forget your own name. Highly recommend it. And it got myself and Rob James Collier through many a cold evening.
Last question, please.
Hi there, Destiny Graham, Blacktree TV. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I was recommended to the show by my 90-year-old grandmother, and my mother loves the show. I love the show. LeBron James loves the show. What do you think, you guys? What is it about the show that has such a wide audience that everyone is so obsessed with the show?
I think I might answer that on behalf of everybody, because we do get asked that question. And have we got a clue? No. We haven't. I mean, we can waffle on about great writing and the casting was, you know, it gelled. Everything seemed to gel. But, well, to use Julian's line, if he knew, he'd write a string of them. You know, we don't know, but we were in it and we were thrilled to have been part of it. That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Leonardo, I know you're an environmentalist, and that area of the world where you shot, it sort of became a character in the movie. Did it mean something to you to spend time there, the indigenous people, the way that you portrayed them, et cetera?
Absolutely. I could go on and on about that subject matter, but you know, we shot at high altitudes in Calgary, and weather conditions were unprecedented. We had a fluctuation from hot to cold. The locals had told us they'd never had weather extremes like that since they've lived there, and you realize that 2015 was the hottest year in recorded history. December was the hottest, December in recorded history. our weather is dramatically changing. We had to go to the southern tip of Argentina just to be able to find snow to complete the film. I know Mr. Tarantino had some similar problems with this film, but it was very eye-opening. I was simultaneously doing a movie about climate change, a documentary. I've been filming all over the world, from Greenland to China to India, and we're in the process of changing our climate for tens of thousands, if not millions of years at this very moment. And so this was a very significant turning point for me to witness it firsthand while doing this movie and simultaneously doing the documentary. And it's absolutely, absolutely terrifying. And I hope I'll be able to complete this documentary in the next few months and show people my journey and understanding more about the issue of climate change and trying to give people some of that knowledge.
Scott Hoover with People Magazine. You've been an actor for a long time, and here you get this honor from your colleagues, and you're often called an actor's actor. What does it mean to you to have this group of people give you this trophy tonight?
I mean, I tried to articulate it in my speech in the sense that I just have so much respect for this art form. I really do. And as I said, I feel like we stand on the shoulders of giants. Any young actor that I speak to, when they ask me, what my career was like, how I started, it was by watching movies. It was by watching what has been accomplished in our past. And I've always, it's a thirst that's never quenched. Once you see a great film and a great performance, they're always striving to get somewhere close to what you remembered as a child. And so this coming from my fellow actors, it means a great deal. It really means a great deal to me.
Leo, congratulations, Jessica Radloff from Glamour. I'm curious, what was your first role and what lesson did you learn from it?
My first role was a Matchbox Cars commercial, and I played a little gangster with slick back hair. And what did I learn from it? I was just so incredibly nervous, but what did I remember the most? You know what? I remembered the lesson that I learned from it was just know your lines. Really, just get that over with, because once you learn your lines, then you can kind of settle into all the other moments in a scene. That's the other piece of advice that I give actors whenever I talk to them.
Last question, please.
Leo, if you could pick one song right now to describe the current mood that you feel at this very moment, what would it be?
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, man, that's a lot of pressure. Damn, I want to like scoot off and then come back and then tell you that. I got to get a minute to think about that one. That's not going to come off the top of my head. I'll get it to you, though. Thank you guys very much. Thank you. Well, I didn't help him understand anything. He wrote this encyclical, which is one of the most important things in climate change history, so to speak, basically spreading the gospel that we should care about the planet we live in, and that's a sin to destroy our planet. So he's been inspiring and revolutionary to come out and be outspoken about the issue of climate change and endorse the scientific community. We have 99% of the scientific community now saying that climate change exists and it's caused by mankind. Anyone who doesn't believe in climate change just doesn't believe in science. So the fact that he's come out as the spiritual leader endorsing the scientific movement is unprecedented, and it was an incredible honor to meet him. Thank you, guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cast of Spotlight.
Hello, everyone. Hi. Hello.
Hello.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Hi, H. Allen Scott with Fusion. You all look great. Mike, you had mentioned, Mr. Ruffalo, in your speech, Flint, Michigan. I was wondering, if you could elaborate more on what do you think films like Spotlight, which I can't get out of my head, can do for citizens in Flint, Michigan, and just people in general to inspire them, Mr. Ruffalo and Mr. Keaton as well. Oh, was it Mr. Keaton or Mr. Ruffalo? I forget which one mentioned Flint. Oh, yes.
So here's the situation. I don't think Flint, Michigan, I'm not sure about this actually, but I'm pretty sure Flint, Michigan doesn't have, in their local paper, doesn't have an investigative team in the local paper, and I stand corrected if somebody can prove me wrong, but that's what's going on in journalism right now, that newspapers across the world are losing money, and they don't have the money to have an investigative team or journalists, and they're cutting out a few other things. Had there been one, I would argue, and I think it's a strong argument, that they may have been ahead of the Flint, Michigan situation. But there's, I mean, we could talk on and on and on. You know, it always happens in poor neighborhoods, which are generally, you know, black or Hispanic or people of color. And as long as there's no one to represent, not just those, but the disenfranchised everywhere, or people who are fighting against unfair things. I don't want to just point the finger to giant, big corporations. That's not necessarily what I mean. Anyone. And so I mention it because there are a zillion Flint, Michigans out there. You know, well, maybe not a zillion, but there are a lot of them. And if had there been a spotlight put on that, I would argue that maybe they would have been a little bit ahead of the situation.
Hello, here. I'm here in the back. And maybe Mark wants to answer. I'm from Latin America, and of course in the movie you mentioned all the countries in Latin America that has been affected by this problem. And but there's still a lot of priests there. They're working, doing the same thing. There's a lot of like priests that now are being like promoted. I mean, it seems that things are not changing really the way they should be. So what should happen, in your opinion, in order to make a difference in this situation?
Well, some stuff has been done, but there's a lot more that can happen. Transparency is what SNAP and a lot of the survivors groups are asking for. Many of the archdioceses that have had molestations happening in them still haven't released the names of the priests who were known to be child molesters and rapists. And until that happens, like what Boston did recently, Seattle just released 77 names of priests starting from 1926 of documented child molesters. That's one of the major things that they're asking for. It'd be nice to see Cardinal Law actually in a prison cell instead of a palace in the Vatican. I think ultimately what these people want is their stories to be able to be told in the broad light of day, the bright, beautiful light of day. And how you do that is creating, I think, transparency. And the church is not known for being transparent. So that's a good place to start.
Hi. Hello. Art here from New York Amsterdam News. Congratulations for this wonderful movie.